Welcome to Estoque channel, ladies and gentlemen. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button and hit all to be notified regarding the latest updates. The subject is police operational planning. Okay, so let us start to rationalize this subject. Let's proceed to question number 1. It is a process of thinking about future, thinking about what we want the future would be, and thinking about what we need to do now to achieve it is known as letter A, plans, B, tactic, C, planning, or D, objectives. Proseso ng pag-isip, kung ano ang gagawin natin sa kinabukasan. Okay, ano yung mangyayari sa kinabukasan natin? So, proseso ng paggawa ng plano ito. Therefore, the answer is planning. Okay, planning. Yan. Yung resulta ng pagpaplano ninyo, that is called plans. So, parang kayo, bakit kinuha nyo ang kursong criminology? Ano ba ang plano? What is the plan? Okay? So, plan is result of planning. Una, inisip mo muna yan nung bata ka, nangangarap ka, kaya nagplano ka na mag-criminology kasi gusto mong mag-police in the future. Okay? Yung pag-iisip mo ng galing, that is called planning process. Yung resulta ng proseso ng pag-iisip mo, that is called plan. In short, plans are a product of planning. Okay? Yan. Okay, Motley defined planning as the management function concerned with visualizing future situation, okay? Making estimates concerning them, identifying issues, needs, and potential danger points, analyzing and evaluating alternative ways and means for reaching desired goals according to a certain schedule, estimating necessary funds and resources to do the work, and initiating action in time to prepare what may be needed to cope with the changing condition and contingent events. So yun po yung definition ng planning. Halos walang pagkaiba diyan po sa definition niya. Thinking about future or visualizing about future situations. Okay? What we will do in the future. Yan. So kapag pinag-iisipan mo kung ano ang gagawin sa future, ang tawag pala doon is planning. Okay? For example, iniisip mo kung gaano kalaking bahay yung gagawin mo, yung palang pag-iisip kung gaano kalaki yung bahay na gagawin mo is already considered as planning. Kapag ka-police ka na, iniisip mo kung paano mo arestuhin yung isang wanted individual, okay? That is already planning. Okay? Ayan. According to Hudzik and Gardner, define planning as thinking about the future, thinking about what we want in the future would be, and thinking about what we need to do now to achieve it. Planning involves linking present action to future conditions. Okay, so yun po yung planning, Ayan. According to KL, the process of evolving a workable method or procedure for an orderly arrangement of steps for the purpose of facilitating the accomplishment of set of goals or objective is called as A. Plan, B. Planning, C. Inductive reasoning, D. Deductive reasoning. Okay? So, ano ba yung root of question? Sabi dyan, process of evolving or making a workable method or procedure. A workable method or procedure or orderly arrangement of steps for the purpose of facilitating accomplishment of set of goals and objective is called plan. The process of making a plan is, again, planning. Okay? So, ang sagot pa rin ay planning. Yung proseso ng paggawa or making a workable method or procedure is known as planning pa rin. Okay? Yan. So, planning is oriented towards action, which means that thinking is only a part of planning. Planning is the process of deciding in advance what is to be done and how it can be done. Okay? So, mas malalim pa ang planning kaysa sa pag-iisip lamang. Yan. Kasi yung thinking is just a part of process of planning. Yan. Kaya that is according to Gus and Rost Wing in 1985. Okay? Next question. Number 3. An organized schedule or sequence by a methodical activities intended to attain the goal and objectives for the accomplishment of mission or assignment is known as A. Plan, B. Planning, C. Inductive reasoning, or Delta, Deductive reasoning. Okay? So, hindi na process. Sabi dyan, ito ay organized na schedule or pagkakasunod-sunod ng mga activities para ma-attain yung goal and objective. Okay, so ano nga ba yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng mga gawain para makamit yung objective? So naka-layout na yan, so therefore that is called plan. Okay? The organized schedule or sequence of activities to be conducted in order to achieve the goals and objective is called plan. Okay? The process of making an organized schedule of sequence of activities is called planning. Kapag ka nagkakaroon ng dialogue, okay, yung mga operatives kung paano magre-raid sa isang lugar, it is part of planning. Okay? Yung natapos na layout na kung ano ang gagawin at kung sino yung mga gagawa sa isang hakbang, ang tawag na doon ay plan. Okay? Yeah. For example, mayroong isang i-raid na lugar, okay? Sino ba yung pupuntang advanced team? Okay? Sino yung mga blocking force? Yan. So nakalatag na kung anong oras sasalakay, ilang minuto dapat matatapos, yan. Ano yung mga pwesto ng bawat operatiba, that is called plan. Okay? Pero bago magawa yan, syempre, dadaan muna yan sa process of planning. Okay ho? Yan. Deductive reasoning and inductive reasoning, to include imitation and ideal linking, are just type of creativity that can be used in planning. No? So yung mga creativity na ginagamit sa paggawa ng plano ay i-discuss natin sa mga susunod na kabanata ng ating presentation. Okay? Number 4. According to the Microsoft Encarta Encyclopedia, the following are definition of plan. 1. Intention. Okay? 2. List or outline. 3. Diagram or layout. Or 4. Scheme for achieving objective. So, letter A, 1 and 2, that is intention or list or outline. B, 3 and 4, that is diagram or layout, scheme for achieving objective. Charlie, 1, 2, and 3, or Delta, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? And according to the Microsoft Encarta Encyclopedia, okay, planning or plan can be an intention, list or outline, it could be diagram or layout, or it could be a scheme for achieving objectives. Okay? So intention, something that somebody intends or has arranged to do. Okay? And you have list or outline, or it may be a list or summary or diagram that shows how items can make up something, such as piece of writing, an organized meeting to be arranged. No? Ayan. Then you have diagram or layout, no? The drawing or diagram showing the layout, arrangement, or structure of doing something. And it could be a scheme for achieving objective, or a method of doing something that is worked out, usually in some detail before it is begun, and that may be written down in some form of simply retained in, or it can be simply retained in memory. Okay? Kaya yan po yung mga definition ng plan according to the Microsoft Encarta Encyclopedia. Okay? And so you have intention, no? Something that somebody intends or has arranged to do. List or outline, list of summary or diagram that shows how items that make up something as a piece of writing or an organized meeting are to be arranged. You have also their diagram and scheme achieving objectives. Next question, number 5. What is the planning division of the Philippine National Police? What is the planning division of the Philippine National Police? Letter A, Directorate for Plans. B, Directorate for Human Resource and Doctrine Development. C, Directorate for Personnel and Records Management. And Delta, Directorate for Investigation and Detective Management. A planning division, first, that is the Directorate for Plans. Rito gagawa ng plano, syempre. And of course, it is where the planning division of PNP is under. No? Yan. Next, question number 6. A blueprint of a building is considered as letter A, intention, B, list or outline, C, diagram or layout, D, scheme for achieving objective. No? Blueprint o yung plano po ng building na pwedeng gamitin, for example, sa raid o kaya sa hostage-taking situation. No? Pwedeng kunin po yun yung blueprint na nasa engineering office ng every municipality para makita kung saan po kayo dadaan. No? But the blueprint of building is considered as a diagram or layout of something. Okay? Ayan. Kapag kayo drawing mo rin kung saan kayo papasok, gano'n, no? Just to give you, for example po, meron kayong huhuliin sa isang lugar na medyo delikado, yan, Then, sabihin na natin yung area is medyo hugis diamond. Yan. Okay. Sa gitna, andun po yung building. Okay. Then, meron pong, siyempre, may top guard po yan. Tingnan natin ganyan yung top guard. 45 degrees angle upward and outward. Okay. So, nagdo-drawing ka. At sinasabi mo yung detalye habang ikaw ay nagdo-drawing. That is called diagram or layout. Okay. So, diba? Huwag na po yung diagram or layout. No? Yan. Yung building, yung plano ng building, that is considered as diagram or layout. It's called the plan of buildings. No? Yan. Next, number 7. A set of activities that will be followed by members of the operatives is an example of A. Plan, B. Planning, C. Inductive reasoning, or D. Deductive reasoning. A set of activities that will be followed. Therefore, natapos ng ginawa yung plano. Therefore, that is called plan. A plan is a set of activities that will be followed by members of operatives. Okay? Yan. No? Now, it is a scheme of achieving the objective. Kaya nga, isa sa definition ng plan. 1. Imitation. 2. Inductive reasoning. B. Or T. Deductive reasoning. 4. Idea linking through free association. 1. Or A. 1 and 4 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 1, 2 and 4. Or delta. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So ano nga ba yung mga klase ng creativity para makagawa ng plano ang ating kapulisan? O kahit hindi pulis, kahit mga gumagawa ng plano for the business, that is of course 1, 2, and 3. Okay? So the different types of creativity that is being used in planning, pwedeng imitation, gagayahin mo kung ano man yung maganda ng ginawa. Okay? Yun ang kagalingan ng mga Pilipino. Lalong-lalo na sa negosyo, kung ano ang patok, tinutularan para maging patok din. O, diba? Imitation. So, ganun din sa planning, sa PNP, no? May ginawang maganda sa ibang lugar, so pwedeng tularan ng ibang lugar. Okay? Yan. Pero, siyempre, may bago-baguhin to suit the need of a certain municipality or city where the plan will be applied, no? Inductive reasoning, it moves from specific to general. Okay? Or thinking from specific to general. You have deductive reasoning from the word deduct, meaning mas malaki yung nauna, then you will deduct. Okay, it moves from general, kabuuan, and going to specific. Then you have idea linking through free association of individual. So yun po yung apat na klase ng creativity na pwedeng i-apply sa paggawa ng plano. Yeah. So let's proceed to the explanation of this creativity. No? Imitation, it involves using plans, programs, methods, and so on that was already developed by others. Okay? So, imitate. From the word imitate, gagayahin natin kung ano yung matapos. Pag successful yung pong plan na ginamit sa isang lugar, pwede mong i-apply, pwede mong tularan at i-apply sa isang lugar. Okay? Inductive reasoning is a reasoning which moves from specific to more general. For example, an increase in the number of citizens complained may mean that there are problems in police trainings and supervision. While deductive reasoning is just the reverse of inductive reasoning, that's moved from general to specific. For example, if an organization assumes that the primary role of police is to maintain order, then it must specify the policies and procedures that are necessary to implement this assumption. Okay? For example, no, deductive reasoning pa, yung function ng PNP is to maintain peace and order. Then, maglalagay ka ngayon doon ng specific actions on how you will maintain peace and order. Diba? For example, magpapasa ng batas regarding or ordinances, okay, to maintain peace and order in that area. Ano yung mga specific na gagawin. Yeah? Idea linking through free association, it is often done through a free association where individuals participating in planning are encouraged to identify any ideas without limitations or inhibitions that might relate to the problem or plan at hand. This may result in an important innovative solutions, particularly when those involved come from different organizational levels and different backgrounds in terms of experience and education. Okay, so idea linking, pagkakabit-kabitin yung mga ideas, no? Sa vernacular or sa madaling sabi, ito yung tinatawag nating brainstorming, pero hindi po storm brain, no? So idea linking through association, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so I love this creativity idea. Masawing eka nga. Ayan. Next, question number 9. If Police Captain Cardo Darisayan based his plan from previous plan, the creativity that he uses in planning is called a imitation, B. Inductive reasoning, C. Deductive reasoning, or delta idea linking through free association. Okay, siyempre, binase niya yung plano niya doon sa naunang plans, therefore that is called, or the planning creativity that he uses called imitations, or imitation. No? Yan. Okay, so imitation involves using plans, programs, or methods, and so on that was already developed by others. Okay, so meron ka ng basis in making your... Next, question number 10. In Congress, if they make law, every member is given the chance to share his or her idea, meaning that the creativity that they usually use is letter A, imitation, B, inductive reasoning, C, deductive reasoning, or delta, idea linking through free association. Okay, and the answer is of course delta. Now that is idea linking through free association. Okay. Idea linking through free association, often done through free association, individuals participating in planning are encouraged to identify any ideas without limitations or inhibition that might relate to the problem or plan at hand. This may result in important innovative solutions, particularly when those involved come from different organizational levels and different background in terms of experience and education. Kaya nga na nasabi ko kanina, yung pong idea linking ay tinatawag natin brainstorming. Okay? Pero yung technical term ginagamit is idea linking through free association, or simply idea linking. Or you will link the ideas to ideas of others. Yeah. Question number 11. In 5 W's and 1 H of planning, what should be the what should be the answer for the cardinal question what? In 5 W's and 1 H of planning, what should be the answer for the cardinal question what? Letter A, strategy, B, specific time, C, people involved, or delta, vision, or objectives. Okay? So hindi lang po sa investigation ginagamit yung 5 W's and 1 H, ginagamit din po ito as guidelines in planning. No? And the answer for the cardinal question, what is the mission or what is the objective? Okay, what? No? Ayan, the 5 W's and 1 H sa what, no? We have what to do. Okay, what is the mission or objective? Why you will do? What is the reason or the philosophy in doing such a mission or objective? Okay, next, when? Okay, and the answer is the exact date and time when the certain thing should be done. No? Where to do? What is the specific place? Or where is the specific place, no? Where the plan will be applied? Who will do? Okay? The answer, of course, who are the people involved? No? Pag ang program, of course, is regarding community relations, sinong gagawa? Kapag yan ay sa arresting a wanted individual, no? Sinong gagawa? No? How to do? How to do, the answer that should be put in plan is what are the strategy, okay, that will be used, or what are the tactics, or what is the programs that should be followed. Okay, so how to do, that is a strategy or tactics. Those are the 5 W's and 1 H as guidelines in planning, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's proceed to question number 12. In the 5 W's and 1 H of planning, what should be the answer for the cardinal question why? No? Letter A, exact place, B, precise time, C, people involved, or D, reason or philosophy. Okay? And the answer, based from what was already presented in the previous slide, that is the reason or philosophy. Okay? So bakit mo gagawin ang isang aksyon? You know, bakit mo ginagawa yung plano na yan? Para saan ba yung plano na yan? Okay, what is the reason? What is the philosophy? Yeah. This is why. No? Why? Why will you do that plan? Okay? Next question, number 13. The planning responsibility of the PNP chief and other high-ranking official is known as letter A, radical planning, letter B, incremental planning, C, internal policy planning, or delta is broad external policy planning. Okay? So the planning responsibility of the PNP chief and other high-ranking PNP official is known as internal policy planning because they are part of the organization. Kaya tinawag siyang internal. Okay? Because the one who plans is also part of the organization. No? So, internal policy planning is the responsibility of the chief PNP and other chiefs of different units or headquarters within their area of jurisdiction to achieve the objectives or mission of police organization. They are responsible for planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, controlling, reporting, and budgeting for the police organization within existing policies and available resources. For maximum police effectiveness, they shall responsible for the technical operation of police organization, management of its personnel. Okay? So yun po ang internal policy planning. Ha? So responsibility ng police director at yung po mga matataas na opisyales, okay, para ma-achieve po ang objective or mission ng police organization. Okay? Yan, kaya tinawag siyang internal. Bakit? They are part of the organization, however, they are the one who make plans. Okay? Next question, number 14. This refers to the planning responsibility of the Senate or Congress and other lawmaking bodies. This refers to the planning responsibility of the Senate or Congress and other lawmaking bodies. Letter A, radical planning. B, incremental planning. C, internal policy planning. Or delta, broad external policy planning. And the answer, ladies and gentlemen, is broad external policy planning. Now, broad external because they are not part of the Philippine National Police or the Organization of Philippine National Police. However, the plan that they will make will affect the law enforcement, or the one who will implement the law that they have made is the law enforcement agency or the PNP. No? So broad external policy planning is the responsibility of the legislative branch of the government. The main concern of the police in this broad external policy planning is assisting the legislature in determining the police guideline through the passage of appropriate laws or ordinances for the police to enforce. Okay, so yun po yung broad external policy planning. Yan. Susunod, question number 15. A plan which was developed as a result of crisis is classified as letter A, reactive plans, B, proactive plan, C, strategic plan, or D, missionary plan. Okay, so ano nga ba yung plano na na-develop after a crisis? Okay, so meron ng situation, tsaka ginawa yung plano, then therefore it is called as reactive plan. Okay, so ano nga ba ang reactive plan? These are plans which was developed as a result of a crisis. Okay? So, reactive plans are developed as a result of crisis. It may be a particular problem that occur for which a department has no plan and must quickly develop one, sometimes without careful preparation. Yun naman ang problema sa reactive plan minsan kung wala na pong time or span of time para gumawa ng magandang plano. No? Yan, reactive. Question number 16. The plan which address the pandemic COVID-19 or COVID-19 pandemic is classified as A, reactive plan, B, proactive plan, C, strategic plan, D, missionary plan. Okay? Our government make a plan after a problem have already arises. Therefore, the type of plan to address the COVID-19 pandemic is called as reactive plans. Okay? Yung paggawa po ng interagency task force which address the plan which was made by the interagency task force is already considered as reactive plan because it is a plan as a result, or a plan was developed as a result of the crisis. Kaya reactive. Okay? Next, question number 17. It is a type of plan which is designed to the long range and the overall goals of the organization. It is the type of plan which is designed to the long range and overall goals of organization. Letter A, reactive plan, B, proactive plan, C, strategic plan, and delta is missionary plans. Missionary plans. And the answer is this strategic plans. Okay? Strategic plans are designed to meet long-range overall goals of the organization. Such plans allow the department to adapt to the anticipated changes or develop a new philosophy or model of policing, like for example, the community policing. One of the most important aspects of strategic planning is to focus on external environmental factors that affects the goals and objectives of the department and how they will be achieved. Important environmental factors include personnel needs, population trends, technological innovations, business trends and demand, crime problems, and community attitudes. Okay? So yun po yung strategic plans. Okay? Primarily long-range in nature for the overall goals of the organization. Diba? It allows the department to adapt to the anticipated changes or develop a new philosophy or model of policing. And next question, number 18. Rules and regulations of police department is what type of operational plan? No. Rules and regulation of police department is what type of operational plan? Letter A, standing plan. B, functional plan. C, time specific plan. Or D, operational efficiency plan. Okay, so rules and regulations are considered as standing plans. No? Ano ba yung standing plans? Standing plans is a plan which provides a basic framework for responding to the organizational problems. The organizational vision and values, strategic statement, policies, procedures, rules, and regulations are examples of standing plans. Standing plans also include guidelines from responding to the different types of incidents. For example, a civil disturbance, a hostage situation, crime in progress, and felony car stops, and the likes. Okay, so yun po yung standing plans, yung basic framework. Yan. Now, provide basic framework, sabi nga dyan, for responding organizational problems, organizational vision, values, strategic statements, policies and procedures, rules and regulations, examples of standing plans. It also include guidelines for responding to the different types of incidents, for example, civil disturbance, hostage situation, crime in progress, and felony car stops. Okay? Question number 19. The following are types of operational plans. The following are types of operational plans. 1. Standing plan. 2. Functional plans. 3. You have time-specific plans. And 4. Operational efficiency plan. Okay, letter A, 1 only. B, 1 and 2 only. C, 1, 2, and 3 only. Or delta, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the answer is delta. Okay? So, standing plan, functional plan, operational efficiency, or effectiveness and productivity plans, to include time-specific plan, are type of operational plans. Okay? So, operational efficiency, effectiveness, and productivity plans are essentially the measures or comparisons to be used to assess police activities and behaviors or outputs and results or outcomes. If one of the goals of police department is to reduce crime rate, any change that occurs can be compared to the past crime rates in the same community in crime in other communities. No? Yung comparison mga prudence, no? Ng efficiency and effectiveness ng different stations or police stations, yung crime rate, i-compare mo, o kaya yung comparison ng pong crime rate ng 2019 at saka yung crime rate ng 2020, no? That is operational efficiency and productivity plan. No? If the crime rate reduced while holding or reducing costs, that would reflect an improvement not only in effectiveness but also in departmental activity. Okay, question number 20. A plan which is used to solve precise problems such as drug crackdown, crime prevention, programs, and the like is what type of operational plan? Standing plan, functional plan, time-specific plan, or operational efficiency plan? Okay, so according to our book in police operational planning, okay, a plan which used to solve a precise or specific problem is called time-specific plan. And time-specific plan. Time-specific plans are concerned with a specific purpose and conclude when an objective is accomplished or a problem was already solved. So meaning, it can be solved within a specific time, okay, specific period of time. Kaya sinawag siyang time-specific plan. No? Yan. For example, no, specific police programs or projects such as drug crackdown. Pag natapos na, tapos na. No? Crime prevention program or neighborhood cleanup campaign are good example of time-specific plan. Yan. Okay, question number 21. The framework for the operation of major units of PNP such as patrol and investigation are what type of plan? Standing plan, functional plan, time-specific plan, or operational efficiency plan. No? Framework for operation of major units, yun po yung tinatawag na functional plan because it already pertaining to the functions. Okay? So functional plans include the framework for the operation of major functional units in the police organization, such as patrol and investigation. It also includes the design of the structure, how the different functions and units are to relate and coordinate activities, and how resources are to be allocated. Okay? So yun po yung function or functional plans with regards to the major functions of police. Okay? What will they do? No? Yun po yung functional plans. Question number 22. The problem-oriented approach in planning is also known as letter A, radical planning, B, synoptic planning, C, transactive planning, or D, incremental planning. And the problem-oriented approach in planning is known as synoptic planning. Okay? Tatandaan po, problem-oriented approach type of planning. No? Yan. So, synoptic, or the term synoptic, was derived from the word synopticus, then Latin, synopticus, then became synopsis or synoptic, which means seeing all together. Okay? And seeing all together, or seeing all the problem together. No? It is based on problem-oriented approach to planning, which relies heavily on the problem identification and analysis of the planning process, and can assist police administrators in formulating goals and priorities in terms that are focused on specific problems and solutions that often confront law enforcement. Okay? Yan po yung synoptic planning. Yan, titingnan lahat-lahat. Yan, kung ano, yung kailangan, ano yung problema, ano yung kailangan, iisa-isahin po yun. Okay? Natitingnan during the planning process. Isang tawag, ano? Rational comprehensive approach, no? Is a dominant tradition in planning, and it is also considered as the point of departure for most other planning approaches. Okay? Kasi kung magpaplano na ka nga naman, okay, you should see all, okay, together. Yan, whether it is suitable, feasible, or the like, no? Question number 24. It is a planning approach which rarely or heavily relies on problem identification and analysis of the planning process, and can assist police administrator in the form of or informing goals and priorities in terms that are focused on specific problems and solutions that often confront law enforcement. Okay, letter A, radical planning; B, synoptic planning; C, transactive planning; and D, incremental planning. And the answer is still synoptic planning. Okay, so talagang titingnan lahat, ano? Titingnan yung problema, titingnan din kung ano ang solusyon sa problema, ba? Okay, yan po ang synoptic planning. Question number 25. All of the following must be considered in selecting alternative in synoptic planning, except letter A, suitability; B, feasibility; C, acceptability; or D, implementability. So lahat po ito ay tinitingnan during the selection of alternative, maliban sa implementability. Okay? So, in strategic analysis, in selecting preferred alternatives, tinitingnan po yung suitability, feasibility, and acceptability. No? So, what is suitability? No. Suitability, each course of action is evaluated in accordance with general policies, rules, and laws. Okay? Feasibility, these include the appraisal or evaluation of effects of the number of factors weighed together or separately. Acceptability, those judged to be suitable and feasible, then analyze whether it is acceptable. Okay? So, yun po ay isa lang sa steps ng synoptic planning. So, mabusisi talaga ang tinatawag na synoptic planning. Question number 26. What is the first step in synoptic planning? What is the first step in synoptic planning? Letter A, set goals; B, prepare for planning; C, describe the present situation; or delta, develop projection and consider alternative courses of action. Ano nga ba ang first step ng synoptic planning? Of course, first and foremost, you must prepare for planning. Okay? The task of planning should details a work chart that specifies what event and occasion are necessary, when they must take place, who is to be involved in each action, and how long. How the various action will interlock with one another. Okay, so lahat naman ng bagay, sinisimulan po yan sa preparation. Okay, sa synoptic, you need to prepare for planning. No? Prepare for planning. So what are the steps in synoptic planning, ladies and gentlemen? We have at least 10 steps. Okay, first, what you must do is to prepare for planning. Okay, ready lahat ng gagamitin for planning, kung grupo yung magpuplano. Then describe the present situation. Okay, then you must develop projection and consider alternative future stated. Or future states. Then identify and analyze problems, whether there are problems or not. Okay. Then set goals. Identify alternative courses of action. Select preferred alternatives. Upon identification, you must select preferred. For example, naka-identify kayo ng at least 10 alternative, you must select the best alternative course. Yan. Then plan and carry out implementation. Monitor and evaluate the progress. Then summation of the synoptic planning approach. So yan po yung mga steps in synoptic planning. Okay? So let's move to question number 27. The different means by which goals and objectives can be attained to is called the different means by which goals and objectives can be attained to is called plans, procedure, strategies, or alternatives. O different means na kung saan isa lang din yung magiging resulta, no? And that is called alternatives. alternatives. Yan. Ibang pamamaraan, pero parehas ang mag-result. Okay? Question number 28. It is one of the techniques in selecting alternative which a preferred course of action combines the strength of other techniques in selecting alternatives. Kasi merong tatlong klase o tatlong pamamaraan ng pag-select ng alternative. No? We have strategic analysis, cost-effective analysis, and must-want analysis. No? Yung tanong, no, it is a technique in selecting alternative which preferred course of action combines the strength of the other techniques in selecting alternatives. A. Tactical analysis, B. Must-want analysis, C. Strategic analysis, or delta cost-effective analysis. And the answer is what we call as must-want analysis. Must-want analysis is method of selecting preferred course of action which combine the strengths of both strategic and cost-effective analysis. Must-want analysis is concerned with both subjective weight of suitability, feasibility, and acceptability, and the objective weights of cost versus benefit. Yan. So, strategic analysis of action suitability studies, okay, feasibility studies, acceptability studies, judgment, and what is the preferred alternative, no? Yan, so suitability, feasibility, and acceptability, I've already explained that a while back. Now, the cost-effective analysis is the technique sometimes called as cost-benefit or cost-performance analysis. The purpose of this form of selection is that alternative chosen should maximize the ratio of benefit to cost. Okay? So, cost-effective, dapat mas kukunti yung ginastos, pero malaki yung benepisyo. Diba? Parang kulipot, ano? Yan, konti ginastos, pero yung benefit niya malaki. Diba? So, para masabi nating effective, cost-effective. Ayan po. Then, must-want analysis is method selecting preferred course of action combine the strength of strategic and cost-effectiveness analysis. Ang ganda nga ng plano, at the same time, kukunti lang yung nagastos. O, diba? Ayan. Suitable lang feasible, acceptable pa. At the same time, kukunti lang po yung ginastos, pero yung benefits ay maganda or malaki. So, that is the must-want analysis. Okay? Question number 29. This approach in planning is based on the idea that problems are easier to solve when they are taken one at a time and broken down into gradual adjustment over time. This approach in planning is based on the idea that problems are easier to solve when they are taken one at a time. Ba? Isa-isahin mo lang. Diba? Letter A, radical planning. B, synoptic planning. C, transactive planning. Or delta incremental planning. Ba? So, ito yung planning na kung saan yung problema ay pagplanuhan mo yung bawat problema, isa-isahin mo lang. Diba? So, that is called incremental planning. Okay? So, incremental. Incrementalism concludes that long-range and comprehensive planning are not only difficult but also inherently bad. Ka nga. Ba? Masama. Pagka harapin mo yung problema ng minsanan. The problems are seen to difficult when they are grouped together, but they are easier to solve when they are taken one at a time. Iisa-isahin mo lang bawat problema, sapagkat bawat problema ay may kanya-kanyang solusyon. Di ba? Ganon. Okay? So, kumbaga problema mo yung tatlong boyfriend mo, ba? Iisa-isahin mo lang silang harapin. Huwag mong harapin minsanan. Isa-isahin mo lang. O, di ba? That is incremental planning. Di ba? Yan. Pagka meron kang utang na masyadong malaki, utay-utayin mo lang ibigay. Huwag minsanan. O, di ba? That is incrementalism. Sa planning, ganun din. Okay? Yung plan mo, it is not intended to solve the whole problem, but it is only intended to solve a more specific problem. Okay? Yan. But hence, pagka na-solve mo yung specific problems, then it will also solve the whole problem. So that is incremental. No? Yan. Question number 30, it is a type of planning which needs face-to-face interaction with the people who are to be affected by the plan. Techniques include field surveys, and interpersonal dialogue marked by a process of mutual learning. No? So, kailangan ng face-to-face interaction ng pagpaplano sa mga maapektuhan ng plan. No? Ang tawag is A, tactical planning ba? B, advocacy. C, transactive planning. Or D, incremental planning. And the answer is transactive planning. Okay? So, transactive planning is not carried out with respect to anonymous target community of beneficiaries, but in face-to-face interaction with the people who are to be affected by the plan. Techniques include field survey, interpersonal dialogues, no? Interpersonal dialogues marked by process of mutual learning. Kung kanina yung incremental para pautay-utay, ang kabaliktaran nito yung radical. Okay, yung kung kailangan ng large-scale social process. Yan, well, radical planning yon, radical, too big, no? Yan, haharapin yung problema minsanan, incremental naman ay pautay-utay na haharapin yung problema. Okay? Problems are taken one at a time, but in radical planning, kabalik ka na ng incremental, the problem will be solved once. Okay? Ito naman medyo halos parehas yung pong advocacy at saka yung transactive. No? Yung transactive, you need to have a face-to-face interaction with the people. Okay?
Muli, ito ang inyong kapangarap, kaibigan at kakampi, Sammy B, Estoque. Thank you and God bless you all.